Hi there and welcome. I've been invited to delve into the world of Life is Feudal MMO, and I'm excited to share my gameplay recap and first impression with you all. Alright, let's go back to the beginning. Life is Feudal MMO is an open world survival game available on PC. The game has new publisher LTG. It is returning to Steam. And by using my link in the description, you will get 7 days of free access to the game, or if you played the game before, you will get 30 days of free subscription. Good news for previous players is the Balance Restoration campaign. If you made purchase in the previous Life is Feudal MMO, you will receive special coins that can be exchanged for a subscription to the game. My adventure with the game started with spending quite significant amount of time in the character creator, as is usually the case. And of course the perks and attributes, which determine how character plays. At the start of the game we have 60 points to use in crafting skills, 75 in attributes, and 55 in combat skills. Different races have different starting attribute value at creation, but this can be lowered to 10 later if necessary. Importantly, each skill has a main attribute and a secondary attribute. Both attributes raise the effective skills and are raised by performing action from that skill. Okay, but let's return to the most important part of the character creator. Which hairstyle should I choose? Okay, well, let's stick with this choice. So, after these difficult choices, which hairstyle looks better, I landed in the starting location where after a short introduction I headed to the main island. The first thing that caught my eye was the size of the world. The game is huge. Abella, the world we enter, has 47 massive regions. Getting from point A to B can take several hours, especially without a horse or other mounts. I spent the first few hours of the game admiring what was around me. The players' builds are impressive, ranging from small farms to big forts and castles. Okay, let's talk a bit about building in the game and how it actually functions. Building itself is a lot of fun. By using a hammer tool, you can build your first property. The possibilities are vast, ranging from a small outpost to a decorative tower, and much more that you can build. Even this. Look at the title. You can also use a shovel to shape the terrain. The free building system allows for many possibilities. We also have a whole lot of decoration with which we can decorate our base, like head trophies, snowmen, and much more. Another type of furniture called idols that can be used to buff yourself. Each of them gives you a different buff. But before you're able to build and create all this cool looking stuff, you have to survive. For this to happen, we need to remember one of the key things: food. At the initial stage of the game, we can stuff ourselves with whatever we have at hand, berries or various kinds of fruits. Well, it may not be the tastiest, and sooner or later our character will start complaining that we are giving her the same food. But in the early stage of the game, it's better to keep the food index at a relatively high level if you don't want to end up miserable. We can enrich our diet with meat, starting with simple fishing and catching fish. Hunting other animals in the early stage of the game is not necessarily a good idea. I mean, at least don't do what I did. Not chasing deer with an axe is not the best idea, trust me. Using a rod and fishing is definitely a better option. But what next? You manage to get meat and other ingredients to prepare something more exquisite than roots. For this, we need to collect some basic crafting materials, like branches. By the way, you find plenty of other useful recipes, not just for campfires. Okay, let's get back to my journey, where surviving alone is almost impossible. So, I quickly decide to join a guild. It wasn't difficult, since the in-game chat is active. Shortly after announcing that I was looking for companions to play with, I was quickly recruited into the guild. It took me a while to get to the headquarters of my new guild. The journey was not easy. Dangers lurk everywhere. Wolves, NPC, or other players. Oh wait, did she want to stab me? My first interaction with a player was quite amusing. I decided that the surrender emote would be a good way to show that I wasn't ready for PvP yet. By the way, there's almost no limited PvP at all. And I had no bad intentions. So, after a few minutes with my hands up, this player traded with me and gave me free shoes for the rest of the way. And warned me about wolves? Well, I already know a thing or two about wolves. At this point, it is worth mentioning that in addition to the standard option of trading between two players, there is also a trading post, which can be built by player within a guild. After wandering around for a few hours, I arrived at the spot where my new guild was located. Quick tour of the new place, and I was ready for more. I found out that there is currently a peacetime, during which I can go and farm some materials. Oh, these logs are truly heavy. The next day I logged on in the evening and this pop up on my screen. PvP time, nice. But before I go for the arena, maybe I should practice a bit with weapons. So I did. And I forget that maybe a wooden training weapon is not the best for arena PvP. Yeah, I did it. What? How did this happen? That I didn't end up in last place? Not bad. Maybe the wooden sword wasn't such a bad choice after all. The last thing I wanted to discuss is no pay to win feature. Paid boosters, premium stores, or even skins are not available. However, to make this possible, LTG decided on a subscription model. So, a 1-month subscription basically equals 0 pay to win options, making the game fair for everyone. To sum up, Life is Feudal MMO is a sandbox game with unlimited freedom. You can define your own goals and ambitions, from the farmer's lifestyle to being a builder or a PvP-focused player. If you want to test this game, feel free to use my link in the video description and pinned comment, where you will get a 7-day trial. Thank you for watching!